Hello guys, welcome in the next video of the Databricks series. In this video, let's go through how to use PySpark inner join example in Databricks. We are taking as simple as, so we don't have any issue in understanding. Let's click on PySpark. Inner join notebook, where we need to understand how inner join works in SQL and in Python. As you can see, our Python interpreter is selected and our cluster is also up and running. As you can see, we are trying to create our first sales data table using sample superstore CSV file. We are making header is equals to true and infer schema is equal to true. Let's execute this cell. Now you can see the output is okay. That means the table is created. As you can see, we are trying to create our second orders table using orders CSV file. We are making header is equals to true and infer schema is equal to true. Let's execute this cell. Now you can see the output is okay. That means the table is created. Let's go in the next cell. We are trying to create a data frame DF object using sample superstore CSV file. We can execute this cell and you can see we are displaying DF object and it's giving all rows and columns out of data frame object. Let's go in the next cell. We are trying to create a data frame orders DF object using orders CSV file. We can execute this cell and you can see we are displaying orders DF object and it's giving all rows and columns out of data frame object. As you can see, we have multiple columns in orders data frame. Let's go in the next cell. As you can see, we are using only select star from sales data table. It's a simple query which we are using by last few videos. Now you can see the data we have rows and columns available out of sales table. Let's go in the next cell. We have a new table called orders. We are using select star on orders table. As you can see, we have few new columns. Order ID and product ID are the foreign relation columns from the sales table. Then we have customer ID column. We have return date if the order is returned. Then we have C4 column, which is unnecessary in this case. In the next cell, we are trying to join sales data table and order table. As you can see, we are using inner join between these two tables. We have alias for both the tables and we are joining these tables on product ID column, which is available in both the tables. We are trying to select customer name and region from sales data table. This is just an example for the inner join. We are not looking how correct is the data. We are not focusing on the data. And just an example for the inner join. How we take inner join example in Databricks SQL. As you can see, we are also using return date from order table. Now you can see we are using customer name, region and return date column. Let's go in the next cell similar way. We are trying to write our PySpark code for inner join example in Python. As you can see, we are taking DF and orders DF data frame object. We are also using the inner join on condition using product ID column, which are available in both the tables and join type is inner as inner. Now you can see we have a select method where we are specifying three different columns out of both the tables. Return date is coming from the orders data frame and customer name and region are coming from sales data frame. We have a similar output as we had in SQL. Let's go in the next cell. We are taking same join example. All the conditions are same as we had in previous cell, but we are only trying to update the where clause with the join condition. As you can see, we are using sales column and which should be greater than 1000. So there is a column sales and I want to make filter which is equal to greater than 1000. Then only select the results. Let's go in the next cell where we are trying to apply the similar condition as we have done in SQL in previous cell. It's a simple example of inner join and we are using product ID on the both of the tables. Then we are applying filter method, which we have already seen in previous notebooks, and we can apply our condition, which we are taking sales column is greater than 1000, then only select the output. Here we are only taking customer name and region if you want, then you can change the column which you want to display in the select column method. Let's go in the next cell again. We are taking the similar example of inner join between sales data table and order table on the top of product ID column. Now we are taking order by example. So the results which is produced by inner join will be ordered in ascending on the top of customer name column. Now you can see the customer name is ordered and it is all starting the customer name which is starting with A letter. Let's go in the next cell. Here we are trying to reproduce the SQL query example with PySpark code, and we are taking inner join example between two data frames and selecting few columns, customer name, region and return date. Then we are applying order by on the top of customer name. Let's execute this cell. Let's go in the next cell. This is the new example with inner join and group by. And we are trying to group by on customer name and region, and in the output I want the sum of profit. As you can see in the results that we have 3 columns available: customer name, region and sum of profit. Let's go in the next cell here. We are trying to apply the similar SQL condition in PySpark code. We are trying to join two data frames using inner join and then making a group by on the top of customer name and region and applying sum of profit. When we try to display our results out of this query, you can see we have a similar result as we had in SQL cell. Let's go in the next cell in the cell. We also want to specify in our join group by and having close on sum of profit. If we have sum of profit available greater than 1000, then I want to filter all of those records and display the result, which is the new example with inner join and group by and having clause in a single statement, and then display the result. Let's execute the cell. It will execute and it will print all of our result in the result set. Let's go in the next cell. As you can see, we are trying to apply the similar kind of problems statement with PySpark code, where we are joining two different columns tables on the top of product ID, then making a group by on the top of customer name and region, and then applying the where clause over and having clause on the top of sum of profit which is greater than 1000. We are using the similar filter method in that. Let's execute the cell and you can see we have a similar result out of our Python code. That's all we have for this video. I hope you learned something about Databricks. See you in the next video.